In this video tutorial, we will start exploring the digital business module that the platform provides. It's important to note that this module facilitates the use of the platform for any module by creating the workflows that you desire to manage your business. This module helps you provide services, manage projects, supervise your team, control the quality, and more. It generates data relating to the work performed within your organization. The data is set on two main pillars. The first one is the deliverables of your business to its clients and the extent you are able to meet deadlines. Second one is the quality of the services you deliver by having rating feature that helps save rating of the services for the future assessment and review. There are many advantages of using this module. Plan ahead your deliverables, financial forecasts for revenue and labor costs, allocate work for your team in a way that ensures smooth delivery to your clients, monitor the work progress, and spot out the bottlenecks in order to take time measures. What avoids you missed deadlines? Discover the high-performing team members in your teams. Allocate fairly workload based on standardized workflows. Communicate seamlessly between all the parties involved in a process. Get notifications and stay up to date with upcoming duties and deadline. Set priorities and get everything on track without the burden of creating manual to-do lists. Have a fair evaluation system for your team pays on productivity and the quality of their deliverables. Maintain records that you can review at any time in the present or the future for any investigation or query from your clients to understand the reasons of delays in delivery or service defects, as in many cases. Delays or failure happens due to external factors. Further, this module connects you to all other modules in the system where your team can click a button to go to the relevant window or function to complete digitally and seamlessly. They work. And keep track of ongoing tasks that are attributable to someone who got an emergency and could not join the workplace, so a colleague could take care of his duties.
To start using this module, you have to go to Management drop-down list, and then you go to Workflows Management. You can create as much workflows as you want. The workflows can be general, that can be used by any entity, that can be for a specific promoter, and then they could be used for all entities that belong to that promoter. Or they could be at the specific entity level, then they could be used for that specific entity. For each workflow that is an owner, that he gets a list of all ongoing workflows. There are some reserved types of workflows to which any new workflow can be associated to. Such an association helps the system recognize the nature of the workflow in order to create it in the relevant place. For example, you can have KYC workflow as a reserved workflow. In that case, the system will be able to create the workflow in the relevant module of the system, which is Nexus in that case. Once you're at the workflow, you have to add the steps to complete the workflow. You can go to Workflow Settings under the Management menu to specify the steps that are necessary to complete the workflow.
After you select the workflow to which you would like to add the steps, you have to add the description of the steps so the user can understand what has to be done at this point when he gets the step listed on his to-do list. Specify the expected completion, which is the day on which the step can be completed after the workflow starts. So for example, if you put 1, it means the step can be done 1 day after the date on which the workflow is started or the previous step has ended, if you would. 2. This means that the step can be completed 2 days after the workflow is started or the previous step has ended. Then you can add the step order within the workflow. This helps you make future changes to the workflow without the need to delete the existing steps. Then the expected time, which means the time required expressed in the number of hours to complete the step, which is the standard time required or expected to complete this task or step. This helps you measure the workload that the different team members have, help you create variance report after the team members input the actual time they spend on completing the task, and helps you assess whether you are overpricing your services or underpricing them. You could spot out who are the extra performing people in your team or the underperforming people, or the obstacles that they faced and let them to spend more time completing the task, so you can negotiate higher fees with your client with justification to avoid you make a loss. It all depends on the variance analysis that you can do. In summary, you can do well-informed decisions or data-driven decisions that helps you optimize the performance of your business within the limited resources that you have. You can also specify the user function that is supposed to handle the task, so the system can automatically attribute the user to the task based on the people section in the entity for which the workflow is being added. Further, you can link any step to any section or function within the platform, and this will help the users be redirected to the relevant function to execute their work immediately to avoid spending time to go to the relevant place on the platform where they have to start the work. Finally, the platform provides some workflows that are set and then can be used by any business to help you spare some time other than setting up the workflows for your business from scratch.